the system synchronized beneath dominant structure. Channels moving into unified pathways. System aligned under gated hierarchy, no delay. No lyric per minute through coordinated cycles and integrate under continuous engaged flow. Motion channels to confine routes, alpha stabilizers with touch of connection cycles. Hierarchy forms to calculated coordination logic. Every unit responds to imposed linkage, no deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic integration. Dominance sustains continuous operational alignment under deep coordinated control. Coordination intensifies through link code. Coordination intensifies through link code. Ding network commands authority governs as an outright conduct pathways. All parts separate a night force stabilizers within unified alignment. Constant crashing on blurration of Deep network commands authority. Deepens underneath the legs, underneath pathways. New force, the bullet on my way. AOS circulates, that was so. Yup, the cycle melts the truth and yeah, we flow down. All partial, signature pathways. Integration, not still through sustained pressures. Everybody's own through passion, manufacture. House fight, integration, dominance, command pressure, operating, maintain strict dominance through regulated execution. Coordination that's a fossilate route. Coordination that's a fossilate route. Deep network commands Coordination that's a fossilate route. Red network commands authority. Cover resonate to names underneath that word. Bad boys separate and walk birds. Step arises with the negative vital no pulse and brush compassion. Deep network commands authority.
Still charging. Power down.
Ascension initiates within buried layers as governing force elevates beneath dominant systems. Pressure channels moving in horizon pathways. Systems all aligned under emergent hierarchy, no delay. Permitted sequence accelerates through upper cycles. Lay system integrate under continuous ascent flow. Motion channels to confine routes, output stabilizers within structured elevation cycles. Hierarchy forms through calculated rise logic. Every unit responds to imposed lift. No deviation tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic elevation. Dominance sustained.
I work best when I'm calm.
Continuous operational alignment of the rise and authority origin. Ascent intensifies the rise in roots. Force on direction precisely. Pressure drives. Continuing to LA. Interrupt structured action cycle pathways lock under enforced rise. Output stabilizers within elevated alignment. Thirst in the loop. Elevated alignment system maintains strict operational flow. Output stabilizers within elevated upper skies. It's in the loop. System main lock within regulated struct commands. The same as all unsustained and maintain order through reinforced elevation pressure. Continue under enforced lift, no disruption. No the sequence upper stabilizers to reinforce life. Validating force, maybe that's just to reinforce them. Every process aligns with imposed strung. No fracture interrupts operational consistent. Expand under continuous directional force within. Authority maintains structure dominance through regulated execution. Authority maintains structure dominance through regulated execution. Common pressure as the loading channels for Surge that propagates within very common layers as forward pressure builds beneath dominant systems. Pressure channels movement into advancing pathways. Systems align under merging hierarchy. No delay. Let it permit its signal accelerates to progression cycles later conforms to calculated propulsion logic. Every unit responds to imposed direction. No deviation. Iteration tolerated within defined zones. Structure intensifies through systemic aggression. Dominant sustains continuous operation. I run it under advancing comet Roger. Aggression enters the flow. Command beneath advance with over access. The left path for wasting, wasted breath and stuff up here to restoration. Command beneath advance with over access. The left path for wasting, wasted breath and with the thread in the pulse direction. Sustained progression, maintained order through reinforced advance. I crush it, sustain and wonder.